Right, well, hi everybody, and welcome back to LUNDY'S Camp Stroke Bushcraft. And as you can see, I'm back out, and I'm going to go and check up on the old camp. Obviously, a couple of videos ago it got destroyed, so I built a little camp. So I'm going to head up and have a look and see if it's still there. The bit that I built, the bed and the walls. And I'm going to spend the night there again, because there's loads of firewood. Let's turn you over to my other hand. Got no glove on, it's absolutely freezing. It was about -2, -3 this morning when I woke up. And yeah, it's a Monday morning. It's about 11:30 now. And the forest's quite busy with workers. And I've been told there's some more work getting done up near the area where camp is. So we'll see as we walk along, and see if there's anybody about. And if there is, I'll just have to be stealthy and sneak in. But anyway, that's where I'm heading off. So fingers crossed for round 2 of the camp being destroyed, has the new bed and the new little walls been destroyed as well. We'll find out soon when I get there. Rooney's heading up later on. He's got a few things to do at home. And I'm going to cook him a nice steak and potatoes tonight. So looking forward to that. A couple of drinks, chill out, try and get some of this wood burnt that they've chopped up, because they made a bloody mess, didn't they? So anyway, I'm going to stop waffling, and I'll see you when I get back to camp number 2. See you in a bit. Chopping all the area down. Look at it all. God, being busy up here, but you can see the destruction beyond the trees that they've already cut down. Look, the state of it. There's a lot of damage done up here during Storm Orwin, sorry, and that's just a little bit. And that's the type of disaster that me and Rooney got stuck out in, and trees just popping and snapping like that. And it's not fun. That's a lot of logs they've done all the way along the main road, like, goes for miles. Oh, wonder if they fancy moving any of that up to somewhere for me to use, build a shelter with. Right, well, that's me back at the camp location, and everything from the last time I was here is still in situ, so that's happy days, like. So there you go. Nice. I think this is the way forward, doing little camps like this. So obviously next time I do one, it'll be better than this, like, with a longer bed, but that'll do me for now. Probably be gone the next month in any rate. So all the wood I've stood up, and I think my little thank you that I put on the ground still there with a smiley face. So I've got my little robin sitting up on the tree there. Hello, son. There he is. Look at him coming down to see us. Where's he just land there? He's just landed right on the floor next to us. Just heard a noise. Hope that's not someone coming to investigate this camp. Oh, it's just a branch dropping off the ground, like, onto the ground. It's just come from that direction, and that's the way I walk in. Be a nightmare if someone comes in now and sees bugger off. But I'd have to, wouldn't I? So anyway, I'm just going to keep quiet for now. Like I say, there's loads of wood on the ground. It's a bit damp, and but I'm sure if I process through it, because there's a lot of it's been off the ground, so it'll just be like the top half of it'll be wet. So if I process it down, I've got plenty fire starters and that, whereas in any rate, get the fire going the night. But I've got about 4.5 hours before it gets dark. I just need to not bang and chop as much as what I need to, and see how it goes. I put a load of wood underneath there, but as I can see, it's absolutely saturated, like. So I didn't have any plastic bag or anything to put it in. Yeah, it's just the trees are cracking. That's all it is. There's a little bit of a breeze, but not much. But anyway, back out. We'll see how much we can get out of this wood. There's no point in just letting it rot away. We'll have a nice fire tonight. Rooney's definitely coming up later on, so that's happy days, like. And we'll have a final farewell drink to this camp, and then we'll be moving on to other places, I think. I'll still leave my shelter up and that, like, and pop in now and again and see how it's doing, and just have the odd camp here, like. Right, well, it's been a little while since I last spoke to you. It is freezing. I haven't got a clue what the temperature is, but all I know is I am cold. I haven't put my buffalo jacket on yet, because I'm going to be chopping some wood as soon as possible. But in the meantime, let's have a quick look. I've got a cup of soup on the go at the minute. I've just got my kettle boiling down the bottom there. Well, me pot of water on my stove. But there's me setup for tonight. So I've brought the Freebie Free DD camo top, and I have forgot to bring my airbed. So it's going to be a rather uncomfortable sleep tonight. I've got the silver Thermarest mat underneath, so at least I've got some sort of protection from the wood, but it's not ideal. I might message Rooney and see if he'll bring us a spare one up, like, but it's my own fault, so I think I should punish myself by not actually asking him, actually. So, and then I'll be to test it and see what it's like. Right, well, camera went off, don't know why. It's on 67%. It is cold, like. So in any rate, yeah, I purchased some feet for me chair, so I'm testing them out tonight. Hence why I've got the chair where it is, and I've just got my tools and bits and pieces ready. So that's my kettle boiled there, so get that turned off. Tell you what, let's put you here and hopefully the camera stays on, like. But yeah, I'm bloody freezing. Oh, sitting in a chair, and I've got a double decker as well to eat. So let's just get me warm. Yeah, so like I was saying before, cut out again. 67% on this battery and it's gone out. That's how cold it is out here. So I'll get that charged. But anyway, let's hope my camera stays on a bit more now. So anyway, I've got a nice cup of soup here. It's just a cheap one from Mazda. It's a minestrone one. Oh, more lass likes having cup of soups and things. So she says buy some of the cheap ones, because prices in the shops are just getting absolutely ridiculous, and they're just as nice. Obviously might need to hide a little bit of salt and pepper in, like, give it a bit of flavour, but I'll see how it goes. But it's a hot wet drink with a couple of little bits and pieces in. Right, I don't know if you can see in the top of it there, but it's got like lumps and bumps in it. So anyway, I'm going to get that down my neck. Yeah, it's a bit tasteless, like. So anyway, I'm all set up. I'm waffling crap. I'm going to have this cuppa, get myself warmed up a bit. My fingers are freezing, like. It's, what time is it now? It's only 2:05. And let's have a look. Where's me phone? I'll have a look and see what the temperature is. 2:05, and this is the coldest I've ever been out on camping so far. Weather. Right, it's just going to log into my location, hopefully. I reckon it could be about 2 degrees, I think. Oh, it's unavailable. Yeah, well, Otterburn, which is just over the hill, that's saying 5 degrees. But where we are here, it says roughly on here, which is roughly Castle, which is not far away either. But it's not showing up the weather forecast, like. So about 5 degrees. I think it's less than that, me, like. But anyway, waffle. Obviously, I'm not building any camps. I'm not building anything at all. All I'm going to be doing is cutting a bit of wood up, trying to get some dry bits, and making a fire and burn some of this wood off the shelter. That's all I'm going to be doing tonight, and chillaxing, having a few bevies with me pal, and eating steak and tatties. Anyway, let's have a taste of this. Actually, it's not that bad, but definitely could do with some salt and pepper. So I'm going to get this done my necking anyway. I'm going to stop waffling shite, because that's all I've done on camera. I've never done any graft on it. And yeah, time to just get warmed up, get chilled out. And one of the ways of getting warmed up is prepping firewood. So I'll see you in a bit. Cheers, everyone. So all I'm going to be doing is cutting some bits of wood, and I've been doing some bits off the fire break, the wind break that I put up at the fire, and inside of them they're lush and dry like, so they're going to be my main source of wood to process right the way down to get loads of little dry bits to get the fire going. And I've got about 8 or 9 logs, so as you can see here, look at I think you can anyway. Lush and dry in the centre there. It's just the outer casing that's a little bit damp, but other than that, that's it like. So once that's split down, it'll be absolutely brilliant. Just hope my mic's on. My mic on? Ah, it is. Right, so and anyway, let's get processing some wood. Right, well, I've chopped loads of wood up. I've got loads and loads of little piles next to us, but I'm going to try and be lazy. But I need to get some wood split because I've got no dry wood, and as you can see in the centre of there, it's lovely and dry like. So must be a big knot there. It is bloody typical. Yeah, there's still water in it, like I can see it coming through. The inside is lush and dry, but the outer side's soaking like. So all I'm going to do is, I've got a little magic carpet on the floor. I don't think the camera's going to pick it up. What I'm doing is I'm going to knock these into little quarters first, get as many of them done as possible, and then just keep on splitting them right down. So I've got some like matchstick size ones, and thicker and thicker and thicker. You can tell by the weight of the wood whether it's saturated inside. And some of them I've cut are a bit weighty, but what I'll do is I'll wrap them around, like put them around the edge of the fire. Once we get it started, they'll dry out nicely like they did the last time. I've already started building up barrier walls on either side. But yeah, I've got some nice bits like this one. It feels dead light, and that's how you can tell, okay? It might look soaking wet on the outside, but when you cut it open, you can see it's nice and white. That means it's dry. If it's a dark, like bronzy, browny, light browny colour, it means it's saturated with water, and if it's heavy, it definitely is like, okay? So it's just the way, I think I might have to wait a bit like, because noise travels in the dark, and obviously they've got the machines going, so they might not hear us like, but there's always that risk, isn't there? But there's a risk in everything in life, and at the end of the day, if I just take my time like that, see they're splitting lovely them little bits. There's another nice light bit. It's a bit thicker than the last. And it's a bit longer. And it's going to take longer to get through. And I think sitting down is just not the way forward like. Right, well, I've been processing some little bits of wood. And as you can see, they're lovely and dry inside, so I've been making tons of them. I've got loads more to make, like, because we need to get the fire started. And as you can see, there's all my little logs scattered around all over. But it's time to have a can of lager. So, can of Stella Artois, kindly given by my mucker Rooney, who's just turned up. He's just over the back end there, getting set up in his hammock. So, cheers everybody. I've cleared a bit of a pathway. We've still got a couple of branches here to get rid of, otherwise Rooney could come a cropper and trip a while these, so we'll get these cleared up. And here he is, meow mucker, busy getting set up.
Hello.
He's finally made it.
Finally, yes.
Me brother from another mother.
Housework.
Oh, the night we can hardly see with this light.
And one thing I can't see now.
So you know, just I'm blind you with this light like.
Oh.
There you go, mate. If you put it down there, it'll be fine. Right, anyway, we're going to let Rooney crack on, get set up. It's nearly, oh, bloody hell, Larry, it's bright there, isn't it?
Exactly.
I'll just turn that off a second. Oh, flashing light.
Turn it off for yourself, eh?
Flashing light. Oh, too bright, too bright. Flashing light again. Sorry if you've got one of them things. Now it is, all I can see is little dots everywhere. I can't even see what I'm looking at. But anyway,
been on the mushrooms again?
Aye, that's right, mate. I'm not even going to attempt to walk forward with this torch in my eyes. But I'm going to process a bit more wood while I'm supping on this can of lager, kindly gifted by Rooney. Let him get set up. And once we're settled, and then we've got no background noise, we'll start thinking about getting a fire gun. So we've got plenty of wood to burn, just got to dry it out. So I need to get a fire on to dry it out. And I'll see you in a bit, because I'm waffling. Chin chin. Right, good evening everybody, it's 5:05, it's time to get the fire going like. So as you can see, I've tried to make some sort of little pyramid thing, like stacking the wood side by side and then on top of each other. I've got inside there, I've got one of these little wax balls actually inside as well, just to help get the things going. But I'm going to use this ferro rod to get the other one done. And like I've said many times, my new ferro rods, my new favourite ferro rods are from Forest Fundamentals. Okay, you'll find a link in the description below. Please go and check out their website. They've got some amazing bits of kit. Alright, and yeah, I'll just let you know, I am affiliated to them. So there is a kickback for me if you do buy it, but it doesn't affect the price of anything that you buy off them, okay? And I think they're really, really good. Okay, there'll be some videos coming up on that kit soon, so stay tuned. But anyway, let's get this onto there. Everything is absolutely saturated in the woods today, hence why I'm just doing a fire like this. Okay. So let's see if I can do it without knocking over me stacks of wood, eh? You just need that one spark to land in the right place. There we're gone. So hopefully what will happen is the flames will go down over into the wood and get that settled. I'll just put my fire steel in my pocket. And we'll bring you around, look. And there you go. That's working a treat. Woo! I've got all these little bits of wood here that I've just prepped before. Alright. So there we're going. One nice fire on the go. Just move me light without it falling over because the ground's dead winky wonky. But aye, there you go. So all I've done is, as you can see, I've just stacked all the wood on top of each other. It'll probably all fall down anyway. But it just gives it that little extra hand. And I'll put a full layer of processed wood along the bottom there. So that acts as like my base, because all these logs I've got on the floor are all a little bit damp like. So once this gets going, just going to keep adding a few little bits up to the sides and along the top. And that's it really. Oh, happy days. Nice easy fire to get started for the night. It's getting bloody cold as well. I must let you know that it is getting cold. And I'm going to take a little drink of this Stella Artois, and then I'm going to pour myself a nice Jack Daniels and Coke, get the fire raging. So what I've done is, I've got some logs on either side of the fire, so when the fire starts building up, they're going to dry out. But I need to build another wall up here properly, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to layer some logs at the back and at the front just to get them dried out. I've done that the last time I was here, and it worked an absolute treat like. So, but as you can see, fire's going well. Happy days. See you in a bit. Well, the fires are raging now, like, we've got some lovely heat going. We've got some nice music playing on the music box stroke light. Rooney's sitting here.
Howdy doody, dandy dowdy. Right, just gonna let you in with this little secret.
Not
right?
too long, right, because of music.
Alright then.
Or you can pause the music. I'll just get a strike, mate, and I'll just knock it up.
Turn it off. Right, just to give you a little bit of information on my last camp there. There was a certain clip where obviously there was a little bit of background noise while Jimmy was eating his food. What happened that particular night was that Mr. Lund Larson had spent approximately 2.5 hours on his phone just looking at pictures of himself. So obviously it sent one into a different horizontal plane. So what I had to actually do is go and talk to the potato people. So that's noise. It's camouflaged noise of an accent of talking to the potato people. So what it was is I was talking to the potato people, and they were just telling us what their hopes and prayers are for Christmas, you know, and one about the peace and all that, you know, and peace amongst vegetables and carrots and various things. But yeah, it wasn't that disguised noise of snoring. That's what it comes across to the strange people. But yeah, if you're in tune with the woods, you'll find that there was a very in-depth conversation, right?
Mm-hmm. He goes on.
So yeah.
Now you wait, know what I think of that. Aye, so anyway, we're in the dark. Got a light up there somewhere. I'll put my light on, but it's quite, that's bloody bright, that, I tell you what, we were sitting in the shelter underneath my tarp with the fire going, and we weren't very warm. So what I done was, I got my little magic carpet out and I put that up, and it worked. But then we decided to move a little bit further closer to the fire, and then we started putting 2 logs going across, and then we laid logs on top, and it is great. But to have a fire consistently like this all night, you'd have to process a lot of wood. Unfortunately, we don't, because we've got a couple of shelters on the side there, all chopped up.
Donated by the FC. The FCC of the ABC of the YDD of the AJG.
Hey, go on, Rooney lad. So anyway, we've had a couple of sherbets.
I haven't. I'm on my first one.
Are you still on your first one? What are you drinking tonight, Rooney?
Lemonade.
Lemonade with a bit of gin. I'm on my second Jack Daniels, but Rooney kind of donated as a can of Stella at twat.
Yeah, for a twat.
It's only because I've done all the work, chopping all this wood.
Yeah, right.
Well, I chopped lots of little sticks, which we're not even going to bloody use because the fire's raging now.
Right, I've got a question for Joe.
Hang on.
Right.
Go on.
You know, in times of hardship we've got now, and obviously we've got austerity and the way all these politicians, doesn't matter which one you are, yous are all corrupt and yous haven't got a straight bone in your bodies.
No,
what I'd like to know is, if me and Jimmy were a politician each, right, doesn't matter what persuasion you are, politicians or whatever, just pretend we're politicians. Which one's face would you like to smash in the most? Mine or his? Right? Answers on a postcard. right? And you can be as brutal as you want to, right? Because, like I say,
It's banter.
yeah,
We don't care.
aye. But anyway,
But anyway,
chin up.
look at this face. Look at this face. Would you really want to punch this face?
Of course
Look at
you
that
would.
fat face. Look at his fat face. Oh, sorry. Is that bullying? Never mind.
You're bullying us again, aye.
Get up the hill, you fat fuck. Sorry, everyone. But no.
Right, I'll tell you
Rooney,
what it is.
Rooney might be a little podgier than me, but he's fit. Did you see him?
Right,
Did you see him
listen.
cycling up them hills the other week? He was like a bat out of hell.
What it was, right, is it's stored energy. You know what I mean? Like I say, you have a little bit of momentum going down the hills, being a little bit portly and all that, you know. But yeah,
Rolling.
just as a kind words to you, Jimmy, as you've obviously slain us to death already, right? I hope your neck's shit as a hedgehog, and I hope you got constipation with it. Okay?
Mate, it'll be better than having the squirts, I suppose. But never mind. On a shit
Listen,
note, on that shit note, let's end it. Yeah. Right, well, that's me got a brew on the go. Rooney's up out of his pit. He's got a brew, and that's all I'm having this morning. Like, I've got me porridge out to have it, and nowadays I just can't be chewed with it. I'm just not hungry at all. I had 3 Jack Daniels last night and a Bailey's, and I had a can of Stella off Rooney as well. I think it put us over the edge, the Stella, like. So I did make Rooney half of me Bailey's and hot chocolate last night, but he was snoring his head off every time I went to give him it, like. So I just ended up necking it myself, like. But I enjoyed it. We had a good night last night and some nice food, didn't we?
It was, aye.
The rain.
Obviously, Jimmy checked out before he brought them home, because I was noticing my name was on a particular bag on the steak. It had Rooney steak, and it was just as well I had brought a razor sharp knife to cut through all the sinew and all that.
Nowadays he's never bloody happy, is he?
But the steak,
you're gonna buy the
meat
you're
parts.
gonna buy the most expensive steak in the shop that you can find,
Oh, yeah,
right?
Robin, look, Robin.
And that comes dead close all the time, and he's still not bloody happy.
Yeah.
So next time he can buy the steaks.
It's just as well I've got a really perfect made knife off a guy called the Northumbrian, Chris. He made us a lovely bushcraft, mainly chef's knife.
Aye, it's nice
But,
knife, like.
It's to my perfect liking, and
It's just down there. You took it
no,
back.
I've taken it back.
Taking
I
it
wish
back.
I could-
Aye, it is a nice knife, like.
beautiful knife.
Must admit.
But if you're really wanting a knife, get in touch with Jimmy, and
No.
I'm sure you'll get some pictures.
He's got a page, like, but
Aye, but I'm
Adam
saying-
ordering for people. It's nothing to do with me.
No,
That.
but you'll give them the details. I haven't got them on my hands, have I?
Aye.
Right. But anyway, yeah, really cracking bloke at making knives.
Aye,
and
he
that,
is.
you know.
He is. I'm going to see him today, actually.
Why, Jimmy?
To fix a couple of unsharpened axes and knives.
Yeah. You've used them that much. They went
Aye,
blood.
well I do. Everybody knows it's me that does all the grafts. Really just sits on his skinny ass. Right, well, that's us all packed up and ready to go, just about. I've just got to put my Bergen on my back. Done a final sweep of the area, make sure I haven't left anything under the bed or around the area. So, there you go. Left as I found it. Egg minus a lot of wood. Fireplace, it's all been doused with water, plus it's been raining all night as well. So, yeah, that's all sweet. And I've just piled them up on there because that's a windbreaking anyway. And that's it. So, just like to say thank you very much, everybody. It's really appreciated, all the views and comments and everything, and to all you new subscribers, welcome to the channel. We're looking at doing a lot more different adventures as well as just coming out here camping, so stay tuned. We've got some good ideas on the way soon, and that's all from me. So don't forget, like, comment and subscribe. Thank you very much, everybody.